Welcome back to my channel. My name is Krystal and this is Blonde Book Reviews. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Krystal here and we are going to talk 2021 goals. Life goals, reading goals, goals. So it is 2021. It's like February already and I'm really far behind on getting this one out, but that kind of stems into goal number 7. So I'm going to split this up into kind of life goals and reading goals, so the two different categories. We'll start off with our reading goals and then we'll finish with the life goals. So first up in my reading goals, let's talk about how many books I want to read in 2021. In 2020, my reading goal was 80 books and I managed to read 160. I doubled it. For 2021, my plan is to read 150 books. I want to try and be realistic and realize that, okay, yes, I want to read and I can read that many books, but I don't want to spend my entire time reading and leaving myself shorthanded, I guess you could say. So yes, my plan is to do 150 books for the year of 2021. Goal number 2 is to, that's one finger, Krystal. Goal number 2 is to complete Buzzwordathon. If you don't know what Buzzwordathon is, I will link it down below, but it is run from one of the booktube queens, which is Books and Lala, and it is one of the funnest challenges I've come across on YouTube. How it works is that each month correlates with a different word or category that has been popular in the book community recently. So for example, in the month of January, the book category or word was dream. Then for February, it was color, and so on and so forth. I've had great fun with readathons and reading challenges in the past, but if they're year long, I tend to kind of start off great and then kind of fizzle out and almost forget that I'm doing it. I definitely want to make sure that I complete Buzzwordathon. I've done so well so far. I have finished the January. I have picked up my February one and it's only the 3rd of February. So I'm expecting to hopefully continue this trend for the rest of the year. That is reading goal number 2. Reading goal number 3 is to try and ensure that I am reading at least one BIPOC or LGBTQIA+ book a month. Ideally, I'd like to do one of each, but my collection isn't as big as I would like it to be. I have realized in the last 12 months or so that my shelves are very white and very straight, and I'm angry with myself for this. This year, I definitely want to make a conscious decision to try and change that. I want to change the type of books that my shelves are made up of. And so by trying to ensure that I'm doing one of an LGBTQ+ or a BIPOC author / story each month, I think I can slowly start to grow that collection in a year-long way rather than just doing it for the 1 month a year that is currently dedicated to it. And that leads to another thing I want to try and do to diversify my shelves. I am not a huge non-fiction fan. I really don't tend to gravitate towards them. I don't tend to buy them very often. My partner Anthony is a huge fan of non-fiction and he has a whole shelf full of them. So I would like to try and do 4 non-fiction books in the year of 2021, 1 a quarter. I think that's doable. I mean, I originally was like, yeah, I'll do 1 a month, but the realisticness of me doing that and enjoying it is probably not very high. And my final reading goal is to stay on top of ARCs. Now I know that this is probably on everybody's 2021 reading goal and every year after and before this. If you receive ARCs from publishers and you are managing to stay on top of it, dear God, what is your secret? I know when it's coming out, I know who sent it to me, and I know like when to post about it. Like I get all of that. It's getting it read before the date that I am struggling with. And it's because I don't know how to say no. When I first started the booktube and the bookstagram kind of journey, I found myself as soon as an author sent me a request and was like, hey, would you like to read my book? I said yes just because I didn't know how to say no, and I realized I was doing them more of a disservice by saying yes, because then I wasn't able to read their product, get it out, and share it with the world in the best way possible, other than just posting a photo of it and saying, here's the synopsis, because I wasn't getting it read in time. And so for the entire month of March, my plan is to just read arcs for my Pick Pong TBR to try and get rid of some of my backlog so that I can hopefully stay on top of it for the rest of 2021. Now let's get to my 2021 life goals. So first up, I would love to reach 500 subscribers on YouTube before the year of 2021 is up. I mean, obviously everyone's goal is 1,000 and that would be fantastic, but for me, I'm being realistic and hoping that I can just reach 500 subs before the end of 2021. I just reached 160 and I'm absolutely phenomenally excited, and I'm so grateful for this community, and thank you so much for hanging around. And if you are new here and you did want to help me grow to that 500, be sure to give me a subscribe down below and hang out for new bookish videos each week. This kind of leads into my next life goal, which is also a YouTube goal, I guess you could say, and that is that I want to record a week ahead. At the moment, I am really struggling. I try and film on weekends, record, and then edit through the week, ready to post on the Friday, and then I record again on like the Saturday or Sunday. But if I have something on the weekend, then I'm like madly trying to film through the week, and lately my computer's been running out of space, and then so I'm stressing because the editing's not working, and then I'm having to get it edited and put up before the end of the month, and it's just become this stressful process. And so ideally, I want to have a couple of videos filmed so I can be a couple months ahead, a couple of weeks ahead, and that way like I always feel like I'm moving forward but not chasing my tail. So if I do have to take a week off filming, I've still got something to post. So that is the goal moving forward to 2021, is to try and film ahead. And that kind of leads into another life goal that I have, which is to try and make more time for my friends. So in the year of 2020, I focused so much on growing my Instagram page and starting my YouTube channel, and social media really took like over my life, I guess you could say. And that's my own fault, I did let it happen. But in doing that, I kind of I was worrying so much about growing these connections and these friendships with people on the internet that I forgot about my real life friends. And I'm just so grateful that they've stuck around and been really patient and supportive of my journey, but I definitely feel like I need to make more time for them. So that's definitely a goal for me in 2021, is to make more time for my friends and show them how much I care and show them how much that their support has meant to me. And my final life goal, the one that I'm like dreading the most, I want to be able to turn 30 and be okay with it. So this year I turned the big 3-0, and society definitely like makes you believe that you have to do certain things before you turn 30, and I've let society kind of like weasel into my brain. Growing up, I had like all these plans, you know, oh, I do this before this age and this before this age, like every girl does, you know. And so to be turning 30 and not have any of those things kind of ticked off my list kind of makes it hurt a little bit more to turn 30. And I remember I'd see like all these people around me turn 30 and I'd be like, what are you complaining about? Like, it doesn't matter. 30 is just 30. I'll never be one of those women that lies about my age. I'll never be one of those women that's worried about turning 30. And now here I am turning 30 and I'm crying to a camera. So my biggest life goal that trumps the lot of everything that I've said today is to turn 30 and be okay with it. And be okay and happy with the life that I have. And I think the fact that there is more reading goals on this list than life goals shows me how happy I am with my life. And that is what I need to hold on to. So that's pretty much it. This video is more for me rather than you guys. I'm just wanting to hold myself accountable and have something to look back on to see if I completed what I wanted to complete. But thanks so much for listening, and yeah, if you have any similar goals or any recommendations to me as to how I can make these goals come true, make sure you leave a comment down below, like and subscribe to help this channel grow, and till next time, happy reading!